Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a redesign of My Little Pony characters. This is something that I've really been wanting to do for a while now because I saw a lot of people do redesigns of the main six, and I decided, hey, you know what? I think that would be a really fun idea to do. And I also do have some opinions on the actual show's designs, just because I think that all the different pony types, being Earth Pony, Unicorn, and Pegasus, should all have differences between their bodies. And in the show, the main six pretty much looks almost. They actually do have the exact same body style, and I think that they should have different body styles just because they're all different ponies. They're all different pony types as well. And I just think it would be really fun to be able to add a little bit more detail to the different pony types and add a little bit more depth to them and to just make the characters have a little bit more like detail in their designs so that they don't look just so flat or easy to animate for a show, I guess. And by the way, I'm not saying that the designs in the show were actually bad or anything. I just wish that they had a little bit more differences and that they just had a little bit more personality to their designs. I absolutely loved My Little Pony when I was a kid, and it was literally my favorite show. And so I thought that this idea would be really fun to do, and I thought that I'd be able to add my own twist to their different pony types and their characters a little bit, and to be able to have a little bit more lore in the story. And something that I wanted to also say and mention is that I didn't want to completely redesign their characters. A lot of redesigns that I see people doing for My Little Pony is that they almost completely redesign like their colors, or they change things up like a lot to the point where it's like it's almost a completely different pony, which I have no issue with at all. Like, I think that is awesome. But for my designs, I wanted to also keep most of their colors pretty much exactly the same. I wanted to try and add some little nods to their designs in the original show. And so I just wanted to try and just keep some aspects of their original design in their designs. Like for Applejack, I definitely wanted to keep her like ponytail for her mane, because I think it's really cute. And obviously, gotta keep her hat. Um, and I did not change any of the main six's cutie marks, just because I think that is just a very iconic thing for their designs. Like, their elements of harmony are literally shaped like their cutie marks. It is I couldn't bring myself to change their cutie marks at all. So, I kept all their cutie marks the same. Um but I mainly just wanted to add like some changes to their manes and tails. Some of them I changed up their colors a little bit. Um, and I wanted to make their characters be a little bit more changed with their actual like pony types. I wanted to make it so that you could at least tell that they're all different pony types and different pony species. Anyways, I don't mean to be rambling so much, but for the first video, I really want to start with the Earth Ponies first, just because I thought it would be like a good way to ease into drawing all the different pony types, since Earth Ponies don't really have any sort of, I guess, special abilities or things to add to them, like wings or horns, like the unicorns and Pegasi do. So I thought it would be really fun to start with Earth Ponies, because sometimes I think that Earth Ponies are overlooked a little bit just because they're normal ponies and they don't really have anything special to them. But I just really wanted to start by doing Applejack and Pinkie Pie first. So yeah. Something that I really wanted to do with the different pony types is not only have it be what is, I guess, canon in the My Little Pony show, but also to have my own twist of what I believe the different pony types would be like having different like abilities or I guess lore, kind of diving a little bit more deeper into why they have the different things that they do. And having different characteristics for them as well. Like for Earth Ponies, I believe that they would have bulkier bodies or stronger builds just because they're on ground a lot more than unicorns and Pegasi, and they're workhorses, so they definitely have stronger builds and be a little bit bulkier. I do think that Earth Ponies would be the biggest of the pony types. Um, not the tallest, but just the biggest, meaning that they have the like bigger muscles and thicker bones most likely. I believe they would have fluffy hooves. Like if you've ever seen a Clydesdale or if you've ever seen the really big horses in real life that have like the really like a lot of fluff on their hooves, that's what I believe that Earth Ponies would have. But their fur wouldn't drag on the ground or anything. And I believe that they would have bigger hooves. They're farmers and they're constantly like doing stuff with their hooves because they don't have magic or anything to be able to help them do anything. So I believe they would have bigger hooves. And something that I really think would be nice to have is that the Earth Ponies in My Little Pony would have more realistic horse patterns. Just to kind of show and represent horses a little bit more. Like the splotches that paint horses would have. They'd have spots. They would have like just common patterns that real horses would have. So that's just something that I thought would be really cool to add. But anyways, so I'm going to be starting with Applejack in this video. If you don't know who Applejack is the element of honesty in the show. She never lies, well, rarely lies in the show. And she's very down to earth, very family oriented. She works on her family's apple farm, and she is very athletic, very strong. And so I decided I really wanted to start with her. She does have a little bit of a country accent to her, which I think is really cute. And I really like Applejack's character. But some things that I really wanted to incorporate into her design was I wanted to have her hair be similar to her mom's. And I wanted to have her have the pattern of an Appaloosa horse with the splotches that kind of fade into her normal coat color. I wanted her hooves and fur by her hooves to be permanently stained from dirt and mud as well, because she is a workhorse. Like, she's constantly bucking apples off of trees, and she's just plowing fields. Like, she is going to get muddy, she's going to get dirty. So I just really wanted to just kind of add that in. But I wanted to have her tail be cut shorter for more mobility. And so it's out of the way when she's apple bucking. That's something that I always thought was a little weird in the show. Applejack is seen constantly bucking apples off of trees. She's constantly working on the farm. Like, she's doing a lot. And she's also an athletic pony. So when she had like a longer tail, I thought it was a little weird because, I don't know, I thought she would probably trip or something on her tail, or something would end up happening, or it would get caught on like branches of trees when she was apple bucking and possibly cause an injury for her. So in my design, I think she would just cut it off, just be done with it, and she would keep it short so that it's easier for her to work on the farm and apple buck. I imagine her being the third tallest in the group. But when Twilight Sparkle became an alicorn, then I think Applejack would become the fourth tallest. I think I tried to make it so that she had the biggest hooves that I possibly could make for her design, because she is working. And I tried to make her design be a little bit more stockier and to show that she has muscles. Like, I wanted to try and make her design look like she has like a lot of muscles and that she is very strong, because I definitely wanted her to be the strongest of the entire group. She's not the fastest or anything, but she is the strongest of the group physically. So I was trying to incorporate that into her design, and I hope that her muscles and like her strength came across to you guys. Going to move on to the next pony, which is going to be Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie is the element of laughter in the show. She is constantly happy. Like, she is rarely ever seen upset or sad or anything. She loves to bake. She loves to create parties for her friends. She wants to always see ponies smile. She is just a absolute ray of sunshine. And I just think her design in the show was a little bit too, what do I say? A little too pink. Like, I know that's her whole thing and everything, is that she's Pinkie Pie, but I just think it was a little too much pink for my liking. So I wanted to change her design and add some different colors to her. Like incorporate the blue and yellow from her cutie mark into more of her design. So for Pinkie Pie, I think that she would be the shortest of the entire group. No matter when Twilight became an alicorn or not, Pinkie Pie would always be the shortest of the group. In my mind, she is like a chihuahua. Like, she is the smallest, but she has the most energy packed into like a really tiny figure. She is just super energetic, always hyper, and like a chihuahua, just bursting with energy. So I think that would be really cute. Especially the fact that she constantly bounces in the show. I think it would be really cute to have her just be really tiny and just bouncing around. I just thought that would be really cute. But for her design, I wanted to have her have low pigtails so that she could keep her mane out of her face whenever she's baking. And I wanted to make it so that she had splotches and socks on her that look like flour and frosting to represent baking. A lot of what I did for her design represents a little bit more baking and less like party, because I thought it was a little challenging to incorporate a party into her design. I couldn't figure it out. But if any of you have any ideas on how to be able to like make a pony look more like they represent a party, tell me what you guys think would work, because I couldn't figure out how to make it so that she represented partying. And so I just went with like her baking, because she loves to bake and she's constantly baking stuff for her friends. So I just decided to go with baking because it was a little easier than making her represent partying. Um, anyways, I wanted to make her fur be more curly because like she has really poofy curly hair. So I wanted to also incorporate that for her fur by her hooves. I wanted to make them look very curly, very fluffy. Um, and I think it would be really cute that she would paint her hooves yellow and blue. This is what I was talking about earlier with me trying to add a little bit more color to her design and not so pink. I think she would end up painting her hooves yellow and blue. Um, well, actually, maybe her hooves are just automatically blue, but she just paints two of them to be yellow so that she has a little bit more color into her design. And I think it was really cute because I also made it match her ponytail holders. And I also made it so that her ear has some sprinkles on them because I just think that would add a little bit more to her baking design. Um, and I just think it was really cute. Also, I apologize because I know there's not much footage of Pinkie Pie in this video, unfortunately, because when I was recording the video, I didn't realize that my head kept blocking the drawing. So there wasn't much footage to go with for Pinkie Pie's design. So I do apologize for that. And something for you guys to know is that I also used the same markers from my first video, but I also used a new set of markers for Pinkie Pie, which are the acrylic marker set from Artix. And I'll leave the link to both of the different types of markers in the description below. But anyways, I've officially finished the design for Pinkie Pie and Applejack. I absolutely love their designs. The only thing I think that I would change for Applejack's design is I wish I made her a little bit more bulky. I wish I made her look a little bit stronger. I didn't really get to show as much muscle as I wish I did, but I think she looks good. For the next video, I'm going to be doing the unicorns next, so Rarity and Twilight Sparkle. But anyways, I wanted to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day or night. And leave a like and subscribe if you want to keep seeing more. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!